One day, I had to go to my aunt's house, and we were hanging out there for the day. So, I got bored, and I turned on the TV because I wanted to watch something. We were going to be there for a while. It was just me, so I wondered what to watch. And I flipped it to this channel that had something on that sounded cool. And that was when I was introduced to the coolest TV show of all time. That's right, Primeval. I was addicted to this show since the very first day. I have watched every single episode, from Series 1, Episode 1, to Series 5, Episode 7. Every single episode, every single creature. And speaking of creatures, that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. My top 10 favorite creatures in all of Primeval. I'm not going to include the Canadian spin-off Primeval New World, because that is going to be its own video. So without further ado, let's get to this countdown. Number 10. The Spinosaurus. This one appeared in the very first episode of Series 4. It has appeared, I think, once or twice after that in other episodes, but its very first was my favorite. It battled velociraptors in the Cretaceous while Abby and Connor tried to run away. They managed to open up the anomaly and accidentally bring this thing through. The Spinosaurus is not super realistic, considering now that they walked on all fours, but I still love this design. The spiky tail fin, the long raptorial-like claws, and, of course, having the crocodilian snout. Number 9. Embolotherium, the prehistoric rhino. This one appeared in Series 3, Episode 9, where a giant herd of them came through an anomaly and trashed a motorbike, quad bike, and dune buggy rally. They're large rhinos, of course, in the past, but have a strange flat horn instead of a long, pointed one. One mother caused some real trouble for Abby when it tried to rescue the baby. The baby was getting into lots of trouble. Connor also had to release a bull one. Yeah, he drove away. He raced it in a dune buggy. Eventually, they got all of these things back through the anomaly, but not without some casualties. Number 8. The Tree Creeper. This is a strange reptilian-like animal from the future. It has a dinosaur-like head, looking a lot like a T-Rex, perhaps, but a almost primate-looking body, except for the fact that it's scaly. It's got claws and a prehensile tail, and this thing lived in the trees to hunt. This thing appeared in Series 4, Episode 3 for the first time, but has been in a few other episodes. This thing caused a huge problem for the ARC team when it escaped into the city. Being a very good climber, it stayed along the rooftops and was able to escape them for a while. Abby even had to track one down in the riggings of a theater. Although I honestly have to say, Matt had the bigger job. Number 7. The Mosasaur. Now, I know a lot of people will complain, but the Mosasaur is not accurate. I don't care if it's not accurate. I think it looks awesome. The Mosasaurus is long and snake-like with the giant paddle flippers in the front. It has the really cool animation, and the fact that they are cannibalistic I don't know. I just love the mosasaur because of the way it looks. Although I can't place my finger on what I love about it that it looks like. It did have a really cool episode, being in Season 1, Episode 3. When it was with this one that they discovered that anomalies could move along fault lines. This thing escaped into a pool and did a large jump for a diver. It also escaped into a marine reservoir, where it attacked Connor and Abby. And last but not least, a third anomaly opened, but fortunately this thing didn't get through. Thank goodness, though, as you can see, one giant 20-foot mosasaur eating another. Number 6. Pristochampus. This large crocodile from after the age of the dinosaurs was a pretty cool animal on Series 3, Episode 1 of Primeval. Cutter and Abby tracked this thing down after it escaped through an anomaly inside of a museum, and it swam down the River Thames. Pristochampus gave a theory that a lot of other creatures followed, that mythical beasts could in fact be escaped dinosaurs and other animals coming through anomalies. People at first thought in ancient Egypt that Pristochampus coming through was a crocodile god, but it's actually a Permian. It's a giant crocodile that could stand up on 2 legs. This thing caused a lot of havoc in London. Number 5. The Colombian mammoth. This large elephant-like creature escaped through an anomaly on the motorway or highway in Series 2, Episode 6. It caused a lot of damage, destroying and flipping cars before Cutter, Abby, and Connor finally managed to capture it inside a truck. Unfortunately, its anomaly closed, so it couldn't return home. So they brought it to the menagerie, a large area where all sorts of prehistoric creatures can live until an anomaly opens to their time. This thing has appeared in the background in a few other episodes, but its original appearance will always be my favorite. I especially love the part where they shows a motor sign. Shut up! Number 4, or cat. Hyenodon. This large wolf or canine creature caused a lot of havoc at Jenny Lewis's wedding in Series 4, Episode 6. It completely interrupted the wedding when a male, female, and their baby crashed the wedding. Literally. So many people almost died, but thankfully they managed to get all the big dogs back through the anomaly. Not without, I think, 1 or 2 casualties, though. A few people are dead. Number 3. The Arthropleura. This creature appeared in Series 1, Episode 2. It came through a carboniferous anomaly. Some people may think that this is unrealistic, considering it's based more off of a centipede than a millipede. Or it could be the other way around. I like the idea of this Arthropleura. It looks really cool, not bulked up and armored, but more light and lean. Although I do find it kind of weird that it likes to crawl around in the ceiling. That seems a little weird. This one actually has venom. Now, some people think that Arthropleuras weren't venomous, but modern-day millipedes do actually have a venom. Unlike Arthropleuras, which is deadly, modern-day millipedes have a venom that, when they bite something, it will fill them with lots and lots of pain. Fortunately, it does not work on humans, seeing as we're too big, but they do have it as a defense mechanism, or hunting. so it's not realistic. I love how they take this thing out, though. Shoot it, shock itself, and then fall 50 feet. Yeah, I don't think it survived, unfortunately. Numero dos, or number 2. The Raptors. I love these guys. They look with the little bits of feathers, and how they do the kind of Dilophosaurus thing when they can do the kind of hissing and their feathers ruffle. I know maybe it's not realistic, but I think it's awesome. These things' first appearance was in Series 2, Episode 1. But they have been in many versions and have had many slight alterations. I still love their original appearance. The little blue around the eyes, and the fact that they were in a shopping mall. This was an amazing episode. This has definitely got to be up there in my top 5 favorite episodes. I love this is also the episode where they found out how to track anomalies, and they had a baby raptor in this episode. Connor also wanted a gun, and then, yeah. Also, this had a raptor versus motorcycle chase. Beat you to it, Jurassic World. And finally, number 1. My all-time favorite primeval creature is the Mer creatures. These guys' first appearance was in Series 2, Episode 4. They're a future evolution of a walrus, but are extremely freaky looking. These things had the queen, which is in the middle, the red back, and were huge, whereas they also had soldiers, kind of like ants, the ones with the green back you see on the left and right. They came through an anomaly into a underground sewer system. They managed to kidnap a boy and Abby later in the episode. They also brought through a future shark, but I prefer these things more. They're tough, broody, and they also managed to see where these things live. The future coastlines. I just love these animals. They look awesome. I can't think of anything else to say. These just look, they're my favorite. I love them. And their episode was also really cool. Not my favorite episode, but very cool. So, those were my favorite creatures in all of Primeval. Tell me what you think of your opinions are in the comments section below. Thank you. Thanks. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I love this TV show. I'm addicted to it. If you like it and want to see more videos about this, say so in the comments below as well. I'm going to make another episode on my top 10 favorite episodes of all time, and also my top 5 creatures in Primeval New World, the Canadian spin-off. So, look for those videos on the channel soon. See ya!